again, everyone. This is Larry at the Best, and reminding you what you feel you attract, what you imagine you become, what you say you see, and what you hear influences the results you produce in your world. Tell me, I am putting this question to you. Go back in your history or the history of anyone you know and tell me if you can identify one thing, just one thing that happened to you in your world that did not happen as a result of something you saw, something you heard, something you said, something you imagined. The point I'm trying to make is this: there is nothing that can come into your world unless you give it entrance. And you give it entrance by allowing it to come in through your destiny triggers. That's why the success formula is so key. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you become. What you say, you see. And what you hear influences the results you produce in your world. This information I'm sharing with you is so key. It's so fundamental. And until you get to the point where you start taking it seriously, I'm telling you, all those other things you're working on, they're great, but they're not going to give you the results you want. Because it's like somebody trying to build a house, but the cornerstone is jacked up. It's not going to stand. And if you have been wondering why you've been going through the same things over and over for many years and you don't seem to get the results you want, it's simply because you haven't mastered this principle. It's simply because you're still thinking that there's somebody out there that can do something to you, some force out there, some influence out there that has power over you. No! As Shakespeare said, the fault, O Brutus, is not in the stars, but it is in ourselves. If we are underlings, it's you. It's you. Success is self-bestowed. Mediocrity is self-imposed. When I say the king of pop, you'll probably say Michael Jackson, right? The world's greatest, Muhammad Ali, right? And then, what are some of the other titles that some of these people, the point I'm trying to make is this: these titles like the King of Pop, the Prince, the artist formerly known as Prince. All of these guys, they didn't wait for anybody to bestow those titles on them. They put those titles on themselves. Success is self-bestowed. You bestow the success you want on yourself because it is yours. What else do you want God to do? Genesis 1:26 says, let us make man in our image and likeness. Let us make man like ourselves. Let us make man to be God-like. We rule our world. We dominate our world. We do what we want to do, when we want to do it, how we want to do it, because we know the law and we work with the law. Now let us make man in our image and likeness, and let them rule over the fish of the sea and the birds of the air, over the livestock, over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that moves along the ground. Genesis 1:26. You and I have been given dominion over our world. But you see, we have not been given dominion over our neighbor's world, over our employer's world. It is over our world. It is over what we think. And that's what I've been trying to impress upon us. I'm telling you, you don't have any problems that you cannot solve. The only problems you have are the problems you think you cannot solve because you have given somebody else power over you. Take it back. It's yours. Become transformed by the renewing of your mind. Master the success formula. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you become. What you say, you see. And what you hear influences the results you produce in your world. How in the world did I get here? I thought I was talking about habits a couple of sessions ago. Go figure. We'll get back to it. In the meantime, remember, success is self-bestowed. Mediocrity is self-imposed. Be done with all kinds of limitations and mediocrity and bestow success on yourself. Command yourself to live the life that you have been given by your Creator and Maker. And I'll talk to you soon.